How did Engels see the origins of women's oppression? Imagine a world where men and women lived side by side in harmony, sharing everything equally. Now, picture how that changed over time. Friedrich Engels believed that women's oppression is not something natural or unchangeable. Instead, he saw it as a result of specific historical shifts tied to how societies organized wealth and power. In early human history, during primitive communal societies, men and women shared resources and labor. Anthropological studies of groups like the Iroquois show women had significant roles and enjoyed a good deal of independence. But things started to shift when humans settled into agricultural communities. These societies produced surpluses of food and goods, which led to private property. With private property came class divisions, and wealth became concentrated in the hands of men. Engels argued this was the key moment when women's status began to decline sharply. As wealth was inherited through family lines, a new family structure emerged, the patriarchal nuclear family. Women became subordinate because their reproductive and domestic work was used to pass on property within the male lineage. Engels described this as the world historical defeat of the female sex. Women's economic dependence on men grew, and their unpaid domestic labor turned into a form of domestic slavery. They were confined to household duties and child-rearing, which kept them from participating fully in social and economic life. Engels also linked the rise of the state to this process. The state emerged to protect the interests of the property-owning class, reinforcing both class and gender inequalities. The sexual division of labor, which existed even in earlier societies, was transformed by the rise of class society. Women's subordination was not natural but developed alongside economic changes that favored men's control over wealth and power. From Engels' point of view, the oppression of women is deeply connected to capitalism and class exploitation. To end women's oppression, society must abolish private property and class divisions. Engels believed that women's liberation would only happen with the overthrow of capitalism and the creation of a socialist society. In such a society, social relations would be reorganized to eliminate economic dependence and inequality, making gender oppression a thing of the past. He saw the fight for women's rights as part of the broader struggle for social change, linking gender equality directly to the fight against capitalism.